Good evening, everyone. Welcome all of you for this session of child psychology. So, formally, I welcome all beautiful souls of my nation who wish to nurture humanity through humble gestures in our society. I mean to welcome all would be educators of India through my online session. And today's topic is child psychology and child development. How child psychology is helpful in the development of a child through a preschool teacher. So, before we enter into the education field, we need to understand what are the development the child faces. If we will be very much clear about all these things, then we will not face problem to when we and go through many problems in teaching learning process. So we will start from the stages of development. First stage of a human life is infancy, that is from 0 to 2 years. And during this period, the child is totally dependent on the caregiver for all her development, like physical development, motor development, emotional development, and social development. So during this age, 0 to 2 years, it is said that mother should be around the child, or a family member must be there with the child, because the child feels safe, secure, and emotionally strong when the child is surrounded by the family member during this age. And by the end of this stage of a child's life, the child starts walking, running, the child can communicate his or her need verbally, the child starts feeding himself or herself, not so properly like adults do, but the child loves to start eating at the age of 2 himself or herself. However, they spill food, they spill water, it's okay. Whenever we learn something, many mistakes happen. So if the child is eating and food is being spilled, it's okay. And the child starts recognizing herself as well. And this is how the support, emotional support, and care of a family member during this infancy from 0 to 2 years help a child a lot to build a strong base for the personality later on, personality development. Now, next stage of development comes that is called childhood, early childhood from 2 to 6 years, and middle childhood. We adolescence from 6 to 12 years. So these are the group when we as educators get confused many a time. If we are not mother, if we are unmarried, then we classify these children as teenager, and they are very smart enough to understand each and everything, so they will do all these things. And many a times this confusion results into finicky mood of the student. So research has said that we have to consider these ages children as children only before they enter their teens. So what are the development during the childhood, early childhood and childhood happens? During early childhood, the child starts to go to the preschool. As you all know that in preschool, the child comes to learn to adjust with the new environment, with the group of new people in the absence of their children, their parents, and they also come to make friends. They come to do start learning language in a group, and they make friends. They understand reasons for celebration and events. When they come to preschool, there are many celebrations that happen. And in India, we are rich in culture, so we have I always say that India is just like a mini world. Around the world, most of the religion are being followed in India. So we have lots and lots of celebration in comparison to other countries. And that's how we have more beautiful colors to live in more beautiful things to learn from. And that's how the child learns many different religious festivals along with national festivals and events celebration like World Environment Day, World Doctor Day, Friendship Day, all those things. And this is how the child tries to understand his world around with with these concepts which have been taught in preschool. And this is how the child starts, the development in the child starts, the physical development, motor development. Physical development means his body starts growing, height, weight, all these start growing with the help of many physical activities like that day, in rhyme session we have explained that when a child uh, tells or recites a rhyme, full body development happens because the child does many actions. Then exercises are there are zumba and yoga, all these things, their physical class, physical training one, in which they hop on the trampoline and they climb the stairs, they climb on slides. So all these things help them to grow physically, and motor development happens over there. What is motor development? It is control over body. The child understands, we call it mind body coordination. What comes in his brain, how to react physically, all these things the child learns in the school. Social learning happens in the school when they start talking to their in broken language with their classmates. They start making friends, and this is how their social circle starts increasing from family to school friends. And they learn all socially accepted behavior, like at home many a times, at the age of 2, children show maximum two types of emotion: discomfort and delight, where either they will be happy or they will be not happy. So they understand major two emotions. But when they come to school, they see multiple people, multiple background people or children in the class. They understand different type of things are happening around. Somebody is speaking mother tongue Kannada, somebody is speaking Tamil, somebody is speaking Hindi, some is totally speaking English. And this is how the child understands that no, not only my family, there are different types of family from where the children come. And this is how their social circle increases with the help of emotional strength as well. Slowly and gradually, when they go to their middle childhood age from 6 to 12, they start learning expressing different type of emotions, not only discomfort and delight, but they also start learning to express different emotions. When I should be angry, with whom I should be angry, what will be my reaction when I am angry, and how much can I control my anger in school or in at home, or these things gradually. And how, with whom I feel happy, what are the things my friends do to make me happy, or I do to make them happy. And all these exchange of emotion in the friend circle help them to learn different emotion handling skills. Along with that, they also their cognitive skills grow during this age. And cognitive skill means thinking skills related to the brain, how the brain perceives different type of concept, how the brain reacts, how the brain understands. All those things are called cognitive development. And in the school, in early childhood till middle childhood, we have EVS concept, environmental science concept. So through environmental science, they learn different type of things around the world. And this is how they develop their thought process about something, about nature, about environment, about animals, about family, about human body growth, about digestive system and all those things. And after going through this journey of listening to the concept, watching them in audio visual aid, and then making some models out of it, like teeth model or digestive system model, they start understanding to ask question as well. Because when they go through all these experiences, then only they understand that we have query related to this, and they start asking questions. This is how cognitive development happens during childhood. And when they start asking questions slowly and gradually, the first they start learning in the at the age of 2 to 6, they start asking question in broken language, like ma'am, water. Then they will ask, ma'am, washroom. But gradually and slowly, they start forming sentence. May I go to washroom? Ma'am, may I drink water? My water is finished. Can I fill my bottle? And like this, slowly and gradually, their language develops from 2 to 12 years during these two childhood phase. And this is how schooling helps every child, those who go to school, to broaden their experience of all these type of development: physical development with the help of PT classes, yoga classes, zumba classes, dance classes; motor development with the help of different type of activity like rock climbing or sports activity. Annual sports happen, so this also helps in motor development. Social development with the help of different type organizing different type of events like exhibition, science exhibition, um, fair, and all these things the school organizes for their social growth and emotional growth. They do with when they have free time with their classmates, and they do practice for annual concert, or they go on field trip. All these things help them to grow emotionally. And cognitive development happens inside the classroom as well as outside the classroom, when they are around the teachers in the field, experiencing many things in field trip, or uh, going for some inter-school competition. This is how the school helps children to grow in all these field or of development during their childhood. Interrelationship among various areas of development. So these are the areas of development which I explained during childhood experience of a person, how they are interlinked. If we will miss some of the development, will the child grow fully, or all the spheres will be developed? So let's see. Physical development. When the child is physically fit by many types of exercises and all those, having good food habit, healthy food habit, when the child grows, then only then only their brain learns to respond positively. If the child is physically weak, timid, the child will face many mental issues. The child will not be able to adjust with the peers. The child will not be able to ask queries, and the child will not open up in the classroom. And this is how the child faces problem. But if the child is physically fit enough, eating healthy food, um, a few days back I just got a video by a doctor who is saying that 90% serotonin creating serotonin develop in the guts, in intestine. 90% of serotonin. I had explained that serotonin is the happy hormone that releases. but 10% releases in the brain and 90% releases in the stomach, in the in intestine. So if the child is physically healthy, the child is automatically happy to go through different developmental stages, like cognitive related to the brain. If I am happy, then only learning happens. In finicky mood, when I am sick, I'm not ready to receive concepts, I'm not ready to understand what is going on around, I just want to take rest. So this is how physical fitness is necessary for cognitive development. And if the child's cognitive development means brain starts understanding how to respond, how to react, how to adjust, all these things the brain understands, then only the language grows, language development happens. When the child is comfortable enough to talk to classmate, then the child will start speaking to classmate. And this is the first step of a child to open up with the classmate and grow into language skills. And when the language will grow, then the child will start making more friends, and so the social circle increases. And when the social circle increases, the child understands many things that is right or wrong based on the social behavior. If a child stays alone for longer time of his or her life, for example, if the child stays alone till the age of 10, the child will not understand how to react when there are two, three people. So the child can speak something that is that may be so weird in social circle. But if the child starts going to school at the age of 2, I know at the age of 2 the child is not totally grown enough to understand concrete subjects. But why do we send school to the children at the age of 2? So that they can have their peers around, they can see human being of their own age. And we say that children learn from their own age uh, people. So it means from their peers a lot. That's why there is class system. 6 years children will be in grade 1, 7 years children will be in grade 2, like this. Because it is very easy when learning happens easily when the child is learning in equivalent age class. And so the child learns right and wrong things. And when they go in other social places, public places, they behave well. So preschool is foundational learning for the children, and it is necessary nowadays because most of the families are nuclear. Before we had joint family, and in joint family it was very easily learned by a big circle in the family. But now children are getting less family members at home, so it is more necessary to send them at the age of 2 so that they can get company of their age and they can learn what is right or wrong as per their age. And like spilling water while drinking, or spilling water, opening bottle sometime and it's spilling it, it's okay for child of 2 years, but it's not okay for child of 6 years. Who will tell this to children? The school, their peers, when they will see that my peer is just closing the bottle cap tightly at the age of 6. Those children, those who love to spill water at the age of 5, they learn, no, 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 I need to fasten my bottle cap so that I can maintain that social relationship with my peers. And this is how social development happens. And all these development together, physical, cognitive, language, social, emotional, and all these development help a child to become a grooming individual, what the child accepts for herself or himself, what the child's family accepts for himself, for him or for her, and what the child's school accepts. This is how at very small age the children learn acceptance of three places from a home, school, and their friend circle acceptance. They learn at tender age in their childhood. children with special needs, that these developments or whatever development I had just explained, these developments happen slowly in children, those who have special needs. So what we have to do, we had a full session on special need children, that they will, if they are the part of preschool, we as a teacher, as an educator, from our behavior should not let them feel that they are inferior than others. However, they themselves understand when they will see that somebody is responding faster than me, somebody is writing faster than me, somebody is running faster than me, so they understand that I am having something different. But if we will tell them, you are slow writer, you are slow runner, you have to be here because you do everything slow, if we will use all such words, then the child will get hurt and emotionally, and this special need children need more emotional strength to grow, because naturally they are behind from other children, and we need to accept it as elders, and we do not need to reinforce it many a times. We just need to tell that God has made you special, so you do things special, in a special manner. And this sentence helps our children a lot to cope up with their daily development field. So such children need counseling, they need a special school, they need their cognitive, language and emotional development are slower, and they need more care, empathy and affection. This is how we handle children with special needs. Now, this is what United Nations Declaration of the Right of Child, and Government of India is a signatory for these rights. When United Nations pass some declaration, all those members countries, UN members, they sign some document. So this declaration is being signed by India, and so India, Indian teachers, Indian educators, parents, and the group, social group around the children must follow all these things in their life. What is these things? That we have to take care of these 10 rights which every child uh, should get from the day of birth, or from the day of conception, when the mother conceives baby, from that day. And I'll explain these rights, then I'll correlate it with practical life. What is the right? Right to equality. When mother is pregnant, we should not start telling that baby boy will come or baby girl will come. Or first duty is of mother not to ever think about which gender will come out, but the child must be healthy. The child must be physically grown in the womb. The child must be emotionally uh, connected to mother. This will be the duty of every would-be mother. So never ever think about gender of the child. Just see that I am conceiving some one baby or two babies, whatever, and these babies are going to be grown healthy in my womb, and gradually I'm going to deliver them, like that. Special protection. The children needs special protection, means the child cannot handle every situation herself or himself. So parents need to be special protection for children. Nowadays we can see that all these things, comparison and different type of commenting to the children, that happens in the society. We should not be the part of that culture. We should not tell the children that if my child is growing, means slowly in age, or sorry, in height or in weight, or body shaming we call it. We should not be part of all these We see it in around, but just we need to protect ourselves from being the part of such thing. Our child, our child must get a name and accept the as an Indian. We see many at many places that discrimination happens. Sometimes I had also witnessed that somebody is saying you are from Uttar Pradesh, you are from Bihar, you are from Bengal, you are from Orissa. When we stay in Pune, it is a city that has people from all the parts of India. And this is how we have to use the term that we all are Indian. Rather speaking regionalism, rather speaking all those things, we have to help the children to be united from their tender age on the basis of their nationality. We all are Indians, we all are one. This thing should be developed among the children. What else? Health, adequate nutrition, housing, and medical facilities. These facilities have are the right of every child from the day one of his or her birth, and this is the duty of the parent to provide all these things. If the parent suffers from any financial scarcity or any a problem is there in their family, the parent must not conceive a child. They can wait for years till they are able to provide health facility, nutrition, housing, and medical facility. Then only they can conceive. And because why? Because it is the children birthright. If the child is born and we are not able to provide them these things, then whom the child will go for all these things? So we have to take care, and we have to think before we become parents. Now, special care for children with special needs. This we have explained earlier also, and in special need children think that we cannot compare special child with other children because they are made differently by the nature. They have not uh, become like this by themselves. So we have to take each and every care, starting from special school till visit of the counselor and till having a shadow teacher. Everything parents have to consider. Love and understanding. It is said that parents are the cradle of faith for the children. If parents will not provide love and understanding to a child, the child from her tender age or for his tender age will lack faith in others, in family members. So it is a crucial duty of every parent to provide love and understanding at our level best to the children, because from here the concept of love, understanding, and faith will start growing, and then the child will be ready to face the world with these things. Education, nowadays we understand the value of education. If we will not be educated, we will not be able to solve daily life problems as well. So we have to help the child to be educated so that in future, when everybody knows that one day every generation goes and next generation takes place. So what we have to do, we have to educate them so that whenever we will not be around, they will be easily, comfortably living their life in our absence. This is the duty of parents. And be the first to receive protection and relief in times of danger and calamity. So it is the right of every child to receive protection whenever the child is in danger or some calamity happens like earthquake and flood. We have to secure our children first, and then protected from all forms of neglect, cruelty, and exploitation. We have to train our child. It is the right of every child to understand what is neglect, being neglect, what is cruelty, what is exploitation. And these three terms we need to inculcate in at home, so that when they go outside the home, they can understand the difference between normal behavior and being neglected. They can understand the difference between cruel behavior and affectionate behavior. They can understand the difference of being exploited and being nurtured. So this is how we have to provide support to the children from home to school, so that when they will go, they will have exposure with the bigger circle. They can understand how to handle themselves. And it is the right of every child to be protected from practices that may foster racial, religious, and other discrimination. And this also I had explained that India is a mini world, and we, as the most patient parents of the world, we need to inculcate this thing among the children, that every child is equal in the eyes of Constitution, Indian Constitution, and there is no racial discrimination, no religious discrimination, and we all are one under umbrella of Tiranga, under umbrella of our nation. And this thing, when we will inculcate among the children will surely grow with without these discrimination, and they will feel special as being citizens of India. So this is how all these declaration of the rights of children have been inculcated among the parents and teachers, so that they can transfer it to students or their own children. And this is how the chapter ends. Dear students, thank you for helping me to grow. If you would have not been there, I would have not sat to make this PPT. I would have not prepared to explain the things to you. I would have not gone through some new keywords like generally I read the book, but sometimes many words, new words I forget, because the memory bank what I have shared with you, that there is some GB or TB of the brain. So today I got one new word out of this, that is called spurt. Spurt means suddenly increasing or growing with speed, SPURT. And this is how a teacher also grows along with the students. Anything else? The meeting is going to end within few minutes. 6 minutes it's showing. Those who have joined later, Swati have joined later, and Sneha. So this was welcome slide. I'll just share for you all that I tried to welcome you all in a new way, so that you can get my positive vibes to become a very good educator. I welcome all beautiful souls of my nation who wish to nurture humanity through humble gestures in our society. I mean, to welcome all would-be educators of India in my online class. This was the first slide I made, and child psychology and child development was the paper, and we had started from infancy and we covered till middle childhood, that is 6 to 12 years. And then how this during this childhood phase, the child develops different sphere of her or his development with the help of educators and with the help of family along with the peers. This is how we have explained it. And next came, what is the relationship between all these developments? If physical development will not be proper, what the child will face in cognitive development, sorry, development. And when the cognitive development will not be proper, then the language problem will start. So this is how, if everything will go healthy, the child is coming as a grooming individual who can do many things at her or his space in very special manner. And we had discussed special need children. We had this paper exclusively, we had taken that session in which we have explained all these things. Only one thing is there, that we need to be more caring, more empathetic, and more affectionate for such children, because many a times they come in preschool, however they have their special school, still some of them come. And this is all those United Nations Declaration of the Right of the Children, which I had explained why every teacher, every parent, and they must know it. Why? Because government of India is a signatory of these rights and we are following it. So from our nation, at least the children should not suffer from any of such problems that is not covering under right all these 10 rights. So we have to take care of all these things before we conceive or before we become an educator or before we are in the as working as a leader of family. So all these things I had explained, and thank you once again. Anything you need to ask, you can just ask me. uh, 3 minutes
Thank you,
are
ma'am.
left.
And it's Swapna, not Swati. You have saved me as Swati and
No, no, no,
Swapna
you are
actually.
Swapna. Swati is there. Swapna, your name is Swapna Kumar, not
Swati is
Swati.
also there. Okay. Right.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Swati is also there
I thought
actually.
it actually was.
I did
Okay.
not save you as Swati. What happened? No, I understood you are
Yeah.
Swati and Swati is Swapna
Okay.
by face.
Okay. Okay.
This
Thank you.
then that day when video was on, I identified. I'll just stop sharing and I'll stop recording as well so that